Welcome to Jiva Yoga Live. My name's Jenna, and this is Ayurveda for Beginners Guide. Have you ever wondered what going to the doctor was like back in the times before modern medicine? How did these ancient societies thrive, and how did they treat and cure disease? Ayurveda is one of the oldest medical systems that's still widely utilized today. Now, in India, it's actually one of their main forms of medicine, and it's usually paired with modern Western medicine techniques and methods. However, in America or the East, they consider it a form of complementary and alternative medicine, grouped in with other healing modalities such as chiropractic, acupuncture, and naturopathic medicine. Ayurveda provides a mind, body, and spirit approach to healing that looks at the person as a dynamic and intertwined whole that is a smaller version of what we see in the natural world outside of us. So Ayurveda really looks at a person as being a microcosm or a small piece of the world, the macrocosm or the whole. Let's take a look at the theory behind Ayurveda and how it relates to health and healing. The sages of ancient India believed that everything in the world is composed of 5 elements. Not only is everything seen in nature composed of these elements, but also your physical body. These elements are earth, fire, water, air, and space. So now they see these elements coming together in pairs known as doshas. So dosha is a Sanskrit word that translates to fault. So what the yogis saw is that when the elements in the outside world and the human body were balanced, optimal health arises. However, when these elements or doshas come out of balance, disease ensues. So we want to balance the elements inside of the body to have optimal health. The 3 main doshas in Ayurveda are known as Vata dosha, which is a combination of air and space, Pitta dosha, which is a combination of fire and water, and Kapha dosha, which is a combination of earth and water. Every human being contains all 3 of these doshas within them. But just like your fingerprints, the amount of each dosha that you express is unique to you. And the yogis call these dosha compositions Prakriti. Now, Prakriti is pretty much known as your essential nature. And I want you to think about it as your Ayurvedic blueprint. It describes who you are at your core in relation to these natural elements or doshas. When you are living in alignment with your nature, also known as your Prakriti, your Ayurvedic blueprint, optimal health arises. However, think about nature. It's very common for these elements to become out of balance, having natural disasters such as forest fires, tsunamis, or earthquakes. These things are normal parts of life on Earth. Well, just like the elements in Earth can come out of balance, the elements that are inside of us can also come out of balance. It's a fact of life. Now, when the elements inside of you become out of balance, this is known as your Vikriti. And Vikriti is another Sanskrit word that translates to fault or change or straying from your essential nature. The whole theory behind Ayurveda is correcting these natural imbalances in the elements that occur so that optimal health can arise once again. Just like nature always recovers from these natural disasters, it just takes time, intention, and the balancing of elements. So I want you to think of the natural disaster of a forest fire. There's a certain cycle that occurs. The earth has a lot of old and dead plant and animal matter that's stuck on the surface. To clear off this plant matter, a natural forest fire arises. It burns away this old dead matter, and when the fire ends, the soil becomes fertilized with these ashes. Once the soil is fertilized, new plant life can grow, and water nourishes the soil. As plants grow, fresh oxygen is generated, and the environment renews itself once again. The same thing happens in the human body, and there's two main principles in Ayurveda that I want to discuss with you. So the first of which is the digestive fire located at the navel center, known as Agni. Now, Agni determines the health of your body through the practice of digestion. You have to digest every food, experience, and emotion that you intake or that you express. Now, when the body's balanced and the doshas are in alignment, you're able to digest things no problem. However, throughout life, things happen, and sometimes our internal digestion can get bogged up. This creates this old, dead matter that's seen on the earth before a forest fire. And I want you to think of this old, dead matter as ama. Ama is a Sanskrit word that translates to undigested material or toxins. So when our digestion can't keep up, our body builds up with toxins, both physical and energetic. Now, these toxins are believed to cause all disease in Ayurveda. When the toxins build up, the digestive fire weakens and the elements get thrown off of balance. Through knowing these simple facts, you can use the natural world around you to balance the elements inside of yourself. Through adopting certain diet and lifestyle practices and knowing your essential nature or your prakriti, you can help to correct these imbalances of the elements known as vikriti. This is done through increasing your Agni or digestive capacity so that you can clear out these undigested toxins known as ama. So these are the main principles of Ayurveda that every beginner should know. Now that you understand these essential principles of the doshas and how to balance them through changing your diet and lifestyle, you can come to experience more vibrant health through working with the doshas and the elements of fire, water, air, earth, and space. As you learn more about Ayurveda and your unique dosha makeup, you can come to change your life through finding more balance. Thank you for joining me for this Ayurveda for Beginners guide. I hope you stick around to learn more to put some of these theories into practice.